Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Trailhead Ranger NJ, and today we are making this video on the LWC. We are going to create a basic lightning data table, and we will be fetching all the contacts related to a particular we'll be fetching all the contacts related to a particular account and then displaying it on the account in the data table. So we'll start with that, and you might be aware of how you can do the lightning data table. If you have not, then please watch this video. So let's get started. I'll be first creating a lightning web component. I'll give it a name as lightning data table. Sorry. Now what I'll do first is, let's go to the XML file and make it available for the record pages, targets, and then set the target as lightning record page, because we will be setting up this on the account page. So I hope you are clear on this. Now at first let's have the component on the page. So we'll declare the lightning card to show that we are showing the lightning data table. Sorry, table having all contacts. Sorry, please pardon my voice. Now I'll just have lightning data table. Now lightning data table will have few parameters such as key field. That's the most important one, so we'll have it as id is the distinctive field for each record of contacts. That is why we will have key field as id. Next is data. Data is the number of rows, so let's assign it to a variable. Then we have columns. Columns is nothing but the title or heading of the columns, or which fields we are going to display of contacts. So here it is. Now we'll go back to the JS, and let's fetch the record ID. So what we'll do, we will just define @API record ID, and let's see if it is visible on here on top. Enclose it in the braces, only then it will show the value. Now let's deploy our component. Okay, we need to declare API over here. Now let's try to deploy it again. So the component is deployed. We'll go back to our Salesforce and we'll refresh this. Then we'll click on added page. We'll search for our component here, that is lightning data table. It should be visible. Why it will be visible here? So we'll go back here, and you can see in XML file we have made it available for record pages. So if you have not written this, it won't be showing in the list of that added page of the record page. And even if you are trying to search it in on the app page or any other page, it won't be visible. So we'll deploy it here. We'll go to the details tab, and then we'll just drag and drop it here and we'll save it. This is our earlier component, that is show record ID, for which also we have made a video. So let's remove it for our more clarity. We'll save it again and we'll go back. Now if we'll go here, you can see that is table having all contacts is coming from the title of lightning card, that is this one. Then we are displaying this just for our reference, and record ID is coming of this account. So wherever this component is placed, suppose if I will place it on the contact record page, then it will show me the record ID of the contact record ID. It's the easiest way to fetch the record ID wherever we are deploying our component. Now table. Here is the table starting, but for now we have not neither defined the accounts or columns or data, so that's why it's coming as blank. We'll go back on the VS Studio. Now what we'll do, we'll first define the columns. So here comes the columns. So columns will be having three parameter, that is the um, label, field name will be the API name, or there are other parameters such as type, what type of field it is, or if you want to make it editable or not. So we'll not be digging deep into that. For now what we'll just do, we'll just define the columns whichever we want to display. So let's try to display the phone of contact, email of contact, and the name of contact. We'll have these three fields first. So for that, sorry, label will be the name, then field name will be its, this should be in this. Now field name is the API name, so API name is also name. Now type is text. Now we'll define this again for phone and email. So this is the phone, field name is phone, and type is also a phone. Then we are having email. Email is the API name, and let's have it as email. So this is here. Now we'll define it here again as columns equals to columns, because this we have defined on top here. So this column is equals to this variable, and this variable is defined here. If you want to make it like differentiated, so what you can do, let's have it as double S. Now we'll copy it and here. So now you can understand the difference, that we are first defining all the columns, and then we are copy all these value to this variable, and this variable is fetching all the values to the table. And we'll remove this now. I just wanted to show you that how the record ID is coming. So I'll deploy this again, and let's check once again that if the columns are visible now or not. So we'll go here and we'll refresh this, and on the details tab, let's do the hard refresh. On the details tab, now you can see that the table having all contacts is now having a name, phone, and email. So now let's fetch the data as well. So for data, what we will do, we'll create a apex class first. Let's create a apex class, lightning data sorry, lightning data table class. Okay, so this is the class. In this we will be fetching our contacts related to account. So the method should be public static, and list of contact it will be returning, fetch all contacts. Now fetch all contacts, and the parameter it should be having account ID. So which we will pass from our LWC. So it should have this account ID, and it should return select ID, name, phone, email from contact, where account ID is equals to the variable account ID. I hope this is clear. Again, let's make it differentiated for you. Account ID from LWC. So yeah. So what we are doing, we are fetching all the contacts and its field, that is ID, name, phone, and email, wherever its account ID is matching with the record ID, which we will be sending it from here. So let's yeah, and to make it available, to available this method to our LWC, we need to annotate it with aura enabled. And cacheable equals to true will do. Now let's deploy this class. After deploying this class, let's first import this method here, that is import fetch all contacts. This name you can give all different values, so let's give it different, that is get all contacts from Salesforce Apex, that is Apex class. Our class name is Lightning Datatable class and method is fetch all contacts. So here we have imported our method from this class. Now we'll call the connected callback. So whenever we have gone through the LWC lifecycle hooks already, so you might have understood why we are calling connected callback here and why it's important. If you have not, you can go through that video as well on my channel. I'll paste the link of that video in the description box. So now what we'll do, we'll just call our method, that is fetch contacts. Uh, I'll declare this method here. This is a function now. In this, I'll call this method, that is, sorry, get all contacts. And now I'll pass the record ID. So first of all, this variable should be the same here, and it should be sending this value, that is record ID, from here it should be sent to this variable of this method. Now what we'll do, dot then result. Now we'll check for uh, data, if data is coming or not. So let's check console.log result. Let's check result equals to, I did the opposite, data equals to result. Okay, and let's catch the error as well. Console.error have not defined the error, that's what's causing this issue. So let's define the error variable, and then console.error show the error. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are calling, first of all, while our LWC is inserted into the DOM, we are calling the connected callback. So this line you might have understood if you have already understood the lifecycle hooks of LWC. If you have not, please go through that video. It will be very important for you, and in future while you will be working on the LWCs. Then we are calling this method, that is fetch contacts. In this function, we called our apex method and passed the record ID, that is, which is the account ID, to our method, and whatever the result, that is, it should return this list of contact, will catch those result in this variable result and assign those result to data variable. Why? Because we are having data variable here, and let's assign this data variable here as empty first, so that it doesn't hold empty value. So we have defined it as empty list, but after calling the method it will assign the value in this list, and if it does not have anything or if it shows any error, then error will catch and show us the error. So let's deploy it and check in our Salesforce org. It is deployed. I'm guessing this account does not have any contacts. Yeah, contact 0. So we'll open other account. It is having 6 contacts. We'll go to the details tab and let's refresh once and let's check. So table is not showing anything. Let's was not showing anything in the table here. The reason is the data variable is not defined with this, so we need to define it with this because we have already defined the variable here. So just add this dot data equals to result, then refresh this page and you will see all the contacts. And you might be wondering that why not the phone and email is not showing, because the contact is not having any. Let's try to update this one contact. I'll add the phone here and email as well. I add. I'll save it and then I'll refresh the account. Okay, let's check the phone and email if API is correct or not. We are just checking the fields if we have used the correct field or not. So for phone, this is the correct one. Then email, also the correct one. Okay, so the API name are in caps phone, caps email. So just change this over here, and then if you will refresh it, you will be able to see the data over here. I know we took it very slow, but I hope you can understand that how we can display a data table on the record page, then how we can fetch the related records of particular account or if, and any other object, and then how to display it on the table on a record page. And if you like it and if you understand something, please like the video, subscribe the channel, and let me know in the comment section that what else you want me to make video on. And thank you, stay tuned.